Okay, so today I figured I'm gonna be changing my lighting system from this to this. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I want to talk about dropshipping. I started my dropshipping journey back in December of 2019, and ever since then I've ran a couple of successful stores, and today I want to give you a realistic example and I want to show you what realistic expectations that you can expect from starting a store. Let's go find out. The most important thing when it comes to dropshipping is the product that you're going to sell. There are thousands of products out there, but there are only a select few that we can call a winning product. Even if you're a master at Facebook marketing and advertising, if the product is shitty, that's just not gonna sell and you're gonna be left unprofitable. Moving on, the products that I selected were a couple of pet products including dog harness, pet bed, and a lint roller. There were 3 reasons that I chose these products. First, I've had a dog at the time and I wanted to open up a pet store. I really thought a pet store would be a good long-term brand, and I really like dogs as well. Another reason I chose these products were because of my competitors were doing actually really good with their advertisements, and they were showing up every time I scrolled through Instagram, and it seemed to be getting a lot of attractions from people. Lastly, the pet bed and the harness met my winning product criteria, which is that a product needs to be either a problem solver or a wow product, and there has to be a high demand for the product and there has to be a market for the product. And lastly, you need to know if the products are selling well by the competitor. When it comes to products, you don't really need to reinvent the wheel or come up with a brand new product that no one has ever seen before.
I'm proud of what I've created. It was radical.
Most of the time, a successful store will take a product that's already working well and they will market it differently and they will fix a problem that it already has. However, at the time when I was first starting dropshipping, I didn't know a pet niche was very competitive among the other dropshippers, so this was very hard to sell in general. Marketing a pet product can also be very costly because of the competition, and there are many other professional stores that are actually selling pet products. Speaking of budget, I actually never had a budget when I first started this product. I know it sounds crazy, but the strategy at the time that I was using was only using $500 as a budget to scale the store. Also, the product was selling very well and I was almost profitable from the beginning, which means the product itself is a winning product and there just needs to be a slight adjustment to my store and my advertisement. But being in this industry for 2 years, I would say when you're starting a store, you definitely need a budget to start with. Whether it's $200, $300, or $500, you need to stick with the budget for each product because you won't know when to cut the product when it's not doing well.
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
And at the time when I was starting this store, I didn't really understand the budgeting part of dropshipping, and I had relatively a lot of money in my bank, so I was ready to get this product off the ground and I really wanted to succeed in this store. And luckily, the products that I sold on this store took off the ground pretty well. But you know what else needs to take off the ground? This video, if you could just simply press the like button and have the YouTube algorithm take this video to the moon. So the platform of choice to make my website was Shopify. Shopify is an e-commerce platform that is the most standard out there and you can get started right away by creating a store. However, in 2021, there are more websites such as Shopify and there are more tools that they utilize that makes them special. So if you want to get started, you can research on other platforms that fit your needs. I chose to stick with Shopify because they give you 14-day trial, which you don't have to pay anything to start a store, and you can test out various products. And when they fail, you still didn't lose any money on the Shopify website itself. And in dropshipping, saving even a penny will get you a bigger margin, and bigger margin equals more Big Macs. Okay, so now I'm going to actually briefly go on to my first website that I ever created back in 2019, and we're going to take a look at it and see what improvements I could have made and what are the things that I've done. So, wow, it's actually been a really long time since I went on my website. As you can see, I don't even have it published anymore. So you always want to try to give a discount to your customers in order for them to purchase more likely. And I just have a simple contact us and customer testimonial. One of the main products that I sold was a harness and dog bed. So the product page, other than your home page, is the most important thing that you want to focus on because your landing page will most likely be the product page. So right here, I just have a simple product page that shows a clean, high quality images, and then you have a different type of variants. So the colors, if you click on them, it matches the colors with the images, and then you have the size, and then I show off the benefits and the product description. I always try to make it so that the product description does not look too spammy and it does not look like it's a dropshipping store. You want it to be looking like a legit brand. And nowadays, people have gotten smart enough to know what is made in China and what is dropshipping and what is an actual brand. So I made all these description from using the tool canva.com. So that's where, if you don't know how to use Photoshop, canva.com is very simple to use. It's clean. It has like a lot of stock images that you can also implement and all these elements that you can use. I have the shipping information, and you kind of want to guarantee them and have a 30-day or 15-day risk-free guarantee. And this way, they know if they purchase a wrong product, wrong size, then they can return and get a new product. And surprisingly, I don't have a review. Actually, I think I had a review with the Looks app, but then the Looks was actually free when I used this, and now they have a paid subscription. So I think, because the store is kind of closed down, it doesn't have a review anymore. So if you look at this from the mobile view, this is how it looks. So you can just switch images simply, and you can scroll down. It has a price with a discount. You can look at the size guide. So as you click the colors, it still changes with the image. I think it looks even cleaner on mobile view, and usually the mobile view is the thing that you really want to focus on, because most of the time people are going to be landing on your page from their phones. I kind of designed it towards looking better on a mobile version of the website. So it's clean, easy to read. It does not look like a dropshipping store. The product page was actually revised multiple times, so this is not actually the first product page that I ever created. So that's why it looks much more cleaner, it looks more branded. But usually you don't have to have it this nice from the beginning, because it does take a lot of time. But if you really want to make it, I highly suggest looking like a brand. So this one is the type of template that I use currently, which is kind of like having an image, having a description on the side, then another image, description, and then, pretty much that. Although there are a variety of methods of advertising your product, the platform that I chose was Facebook, and that's my preferred method of advertising. By advertising on a Facebook platform, you're not only utilizing Facebook audiences, but you're also targeting Instagram audiences, which is huge. Some other platforms that you can use to advertise are Google, TikTok, Pinterest, and even Snapchat. And right now, I think TikTok and Snapchat is the most trending way to advertise. And when you're actually advertising clothing line or fashionable products, you can use Pinterest. I personally didn't feel the need to use the other platforms because I didn't scale enough to run out of audiences on Facebook itself. However, when you are scaling a store to a bigger number, you would like to incorporate other platforms such as Google and TikTok and Snapchat. But then again, Facebook alone has many people to target, and even with the iOS update, there's still a lot of people that you can still utilize. And even with the iOS update about privacy, you can still target a lot of people and sell your products well. Last thing I want to talk about is the customer service or the after service of your product.
Could one of you tell me where I could find birdseed and gardening gloves?
No, I'm sorry. I don't know.
You can have the best product and a whole lot of revenue, but if your customer service sucks, you're bound to fail.
So the attitude is not going to speed things up any bit at all.
And just receive a lot of chargebacks. Chargeback is when a customer complains to the bank about your product, and the bank will create a chargeback to Shopify. And Shopify will refund your money without you even having control of it. And on top of that, you have to pay a fee when you're having a chargeback. So it can be pretty messy when you get a lot of these. When you're getting a lot of chargeback, this is very hassle because you have to individually go into each of the chargeback and you have to deny or accept with evidence to support it. In the beginning, when I was running the store, I was getting a couple of questions here and there regarding the product and their shipping information. And I was doing really well responding to my customers' emails. However, when I was scaling the store, I just got so many emails and I just could not keep up, and I really got lazy to respond to these emails. And after that, you can already guess, I got a lot of chargebacks. Knowing that I couldn't keep up, I should have hired an assistant to follow up with the emails, but at the time I did not know about hiring process and all that, so I guess that's just my luck. But one thing you should take away from this video is that you need to have the fastest shipping available and a reasonable shipping time for the customers. When I was first testing the product, it doesn't matter how long the shipping actually takes because you just want to get an idea whether a product sells or not. But once I was scaling the store, I was actually working with an agent, and the agent did a horrible job fulfilling my orders. And after fulfilling about 100 orders a day, I didn't know what was happening to the orders, and the customers were not receiving the products within the time period. And that led up to a lot of chargebacks in the end, and I just had to refund a lot of money to my customers. So you have to be careful working with these agents because some of them can be very shady and they try to take as much money from you as possible.
You gonna give me more money?
Basically, for those of you who may not know about agents, agents are the ones who work with the factory in China, and they're the ones who pretty much fulfill your order when you get an order, and they can ship it out with a faster shipping time and also a cheaper cost for the product. So this is only good when you're actually scaling the store. Whether you're thinking of starting a dropshipping or an e-commerce store, I hope these tips will help you out in the beginning. If you want more in-depth video about e-commerce or dropshipping, please leave a comment below and I can get back to that. If you enjoyed today's content, then please leave a like and subscribe for more future money-making contents.